right. Here we go. So we're back. And nice to see everybody again. Very exciting news to impart that so in the previous video, if you're like doing in sequence, the symbols in the coffee cup were a mouse, a fairy underneath a snowdrop, and an Egyptian queen riding on a boat on the Nile. And so that happened. I did that video on a Saturday, last Saturday, while it was uploading. Oh, here comes Fluff. While it was uploading to the YouTube. Sunday, I watched another white feather tarot video, and in that video I saw two of the symbols, same symbols in the cards in that video. So I thought, well, wow, that's synchronicity for sure, and maybe there's a clue. So the snowdrop in the card in that white feather tarot reading, the snowdrop was there, but the fairy was a youth, like a child, sitting in front of the flower, and the boat was a Viking boat, very similar shape. Didn't have an Egyptian queen, but instead it had fire. Like the boat was on fire. It's the way that the Vikings had funerals for their beloved warriors and royalty and so forth. Anyways, so I'm gonna put a link to that white feather tarot reading. It was pile number 3. If you are so curious, maybe there's a clue, some additional information in the reading. If you're working on bringing money into your life, increasing the flow of cash into your life, that may have a clue for you. And it's all like, I get the feeling that as I'm learning how to be a shamanic practitioner and working with spirits, that the spirits want so much to assist us and guide us, give us information that is vital to our growth. And so that's a way that they do it. Like if I can't give it to you because I'm like a beginner, there's another person who can. And I know that lady who runs that white feather tarot is very experienced, and her readings are excellent. So I would suggest going there, looking at the link in the description box of this video, and checking out that reading. Okay, so what are we, we're doing this reading. And one thing that's interesting to me is that there's in this, so I've done 2 of these coffee readings, and so far there's like a sequence. So I'm very curious to see if there's continuity in this third one, linking to the first 2. We're gonna find out. Oh, there goes Yasuri. He's heading for the door. Oh boy. Yes. Oh, let's see if we can spin it in here. Yeah, let's go out. Okay, gotta go do door service. I very much apologize, but this is important. Okay. back to this. All right. Spin it 3 times. Okay. So keep in mind your question. I'll do the tapping, and you know, if you have a specific question, oops, put our coin on there. Very important. And I find that the tapping plays a role in that it's calming. Right, let's take a look. Very exciting. So as you know, if you've watched the previous videos, we are only interested in financial information for these videos. I know there's a lot of other, imagery in the cup, but we're staying super focused. And that, it means we're only looking at this portion of the, directly across from the handle, which is, they say, where the information we require is there. So curious. Still forming. There's movement in there still. Let's let it finish. Looks like, uh-oh, there it goes. It's covering up one of the, oh. So these are significant. Yes, they're right across from the handle. Let me get a thing for me. My hand off. So things happening on the outside of the cup are also significant, and they are directly across from the handle. This may be like communications from the other people, or journeys, like it looks like there's a line going down this side. And okay, so, oh, I got this. Let me get my book. And also, I have a pointer. All right. So what I see very definitely is an owl. Yes, very definitely. And I really, really hope that you can see this too. But there's an owl right there. There's the feathery ears, and they have an eye. Oh, Fluff wants to go out now too. Darn. Oh boy. Oh boy. I should do these at a different time when the cats are sleeping and they don't want to stay involved. They're coming and going. Go outside, Fluff? Okay, so back to this. I very much apologize. Okay, owl. Let's look up owl. That is directly across from... We look in this book, the coffee reading symbol book, because I'm learning, and with me you are also learning if you're new. If you know all this already, I apologize, but let's see. Owl. Gossip, scandal, failure, wisdom, learning, and knowledge, health problems, news of a death. At the bottom of the cup, it shows professional failure. No, close to the handle, difficulty in family. So, since it's not close to the handle or in the bottom of the cup, I think we're focused on gossip, scandal, failure, wisdom, learning, and knowledge, health problems, news of a death, and how this relates to money. Well, we're going to find out. Sometimes, you know, these things, like, they evolve during the course of that day or the next, you know, they evolve. Okay, what else do I see? You know what? This right here. Okay, so that's the owl. Right next to it, it's kind of a little bit before the handle, but if you can see right there. See, I bought these cups from the Grand Turkish Bazaar. This pattern, it turns out, is the evil eye pattern, and it's very old. In fact, way back, going way, way back, it does ward off evil. So this, to me, it looks like that evil eye, the warding off of the evil eye. So, right there, another, it's like this symbol kind of flipped up. Let's look up this evil eye. Maybe it's in here. Look up evil eye. Eye, protection, insightful look at a long-term problem. Be careful because there is jealousy and envy. Yeah, I would say it's a symbol of protection. So you're being protected, and if there is scandal or failure, maybe that means that you will escape it because of you have knowledge or experience. You know, that's one reading we can put onto this. And there is a path. Okay, so see this line? the lines in there. This line goes from the very, like you're on that path. It goes from, so they say the lower portion is the past, middle is present, and upper is the future. So this is a line of a long pathway going all the way back. You've been on it and you're continuing to go on it. That's what I see happening. And at the top here, right here in the future, look at that. There's a dog looking towards the past. And dogs, I think those symbolize loyalty, a loyal friend. Perhaps at the end of the, let's look at this. Dog. Dog. Good friends. If it runs, good news, good luck. If he barks, someone will upset you with his attitude. So not running or barking, but definitely there is a good friend at the end of the path, like sort of like maybe guarding the path. They're also guardians. Okay, anything else that we see? Yeah, so there's the owl, and there's a shape right here. Right above the owl. That looks to me, so it's like the owl, that shape, and the dog right on the either side of the pathway. This looks kind of like an elephant with a trunk. Well, let's look up leaf. Maybe a leaf has a meaning. Doesn't say, so we'll just let that one go. But I think that's pretty good for now. That's pretty good. We have an evil eye, an owl, a pathway, a very long, lifelong pathway, and a good friend happening. And so those are good symbols. I wanted to read, and for people who are new to this channel, maybe you're wondering why do I read from this book? But originally, the way it went was I was looking for clues. This is an old book of excerpts from letters my mom wrote to her parents in Jackson, Mississippi when we were living in Indonesia. And this is my sister Jo, my sister Beck, and myself. And I was looking for clues. Why did I become a shamanic practitioner? And now it seems like very obvious the more I work on this profession, work with spirits. But anyways, this storyline is kind of interesting. It's very revealing in lots of ways. October 3rd, 1961. After Becky's birthday, they, our three, quickly divided up the toys among themselves with no squabbles. Joanne taking the puzzle, punch-out book, and a sticker book. Rebecca took the doll diaper bag, a little apron, and cooking set. And Jennifer took what was left over. The bubble gum was best. Joanne's new tooth is already in. She's still so interested in school, but apparently still doesn't do enough work to satisfy her, because we must have projects going constantly at home. She colors like mad from the minute she wakes up, and then begins working the minute she comes in from school. So that's interesting. Jo was definitely very much an artist, innate. Not surprising, she still has a lot of projects. But this thing of the division of the presents. I was reading this card, I didn't read the card before, I just was looking at the outside, but it has an interesting connection. See, this is this is a letter to me. I received this book from my mom many years later. Since you weren't here to pick some of the storage room for you, I'm sending this little book from the Copeland Library. We've saved the 2 Thai paintings and the Bali painting and Chinese screen for you if you want them. Jo took the Barbies and 2 antique telephones, Rebecca some of the basket collection, but they neither wanted very much. Daisy's children got more than anyone. Rita's old hats, a Christian Dior, all of the doll furniture from the doll house that you all never really played much with, my toy dressing table and chair in poor condition to my surprise. Everything was in pretty good shape, so much for the family inheritance. Love, BC. So this is interesting. There's a connection, my sisters grabbed all the stuff and gave me the leftovers. Which I don't know, I think I benefited somehow. I got this little book and I value it. It's turning into some very interesting, insightful, takes me way back, and it's coming alive in these videos and serving some kind of purpose. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. And so I want to include it. Okay. Now, another thing that I do in these videos for people who don't know is this is the portrait of Money Tiki Statue. This is where it all kind of began. Money Tiki's the spirit. He gave me permission to do his portrait in this shape-shifting fox huipil. Shape-shifting fox is a healing power animal. One of my power animals, the red garnet, is for healings. And this one is all about fire and wealth, enhancing those elements. So to me, there's most definitely a connection between shape-shifting fox, this huipil, money spirit, Money Tiki spirit, so that's why there's, and I'm finding that most of the viewers, they want to look at the beginning of the video, I guess, to get the coffee readings or whatever, and then they tune out. Well, if you're one of the people who watches all the way to the end, you're getting some extra information. Like, for example, all about the mouse power animal. Oh, darn it! That's fluff. Okay, gotta go do this duty again. Sorry. So, anyways, back to this. So, if you watched the previous video all the way to the end, you will have learned about mouse power. And mouse is definitely connected to wealth. There's a, because mouse, so I want to, like, there's a very curvy pattern to this mouth. So let's work on that, shaping the mouth more. Mouse power is a hoarder and very industrious, a hard worker. And as I watched I put in the description box of the video previous to this one, a couple of videos from YouTube presented by two ladies who have that gives a lot more information about mouse power. And one of them was that some mice are very neat and tidy. They keep their nests very clean, and others are like cluttered and messy. So this is in some aspects of your life, you may have things in order, but your finances are a mess, or your house or in your car is they're a mess, but your money is very organized, or something like that. Anyways, it's a viewpoint to consider, because to help with cash flow, sometimes clearing the clutter is a good idea, because that allows for the cash flow. It's like a kind of a feng shui thing. It's when we clear, we allow for new things to come in. So I have been trying to do that, little by little, working on my truck, cleaning it up. It has lots of clutter in there. And there was something else. Oh, why do I keep mentioning fasting? This seems like, wow, that is so irrelevant to money. But I don't know about that, because in fasting, when we do that, we alter our internal world. And the internal world, as they say, reflects directly our external world. So if we can do fasting and tap into that, Dr. Mindy Pelz, she says that our individual cells, every cell has intelligence. It knows how to get in there and clean up and, kick out the old grubby toxins and the dangerous free radicals and the, harmful heavy metals, stuff like that. It knows what to do, but in order for it to have the opportunity to take care of itself, we have to be in a autophagy, state of autophagy, which requires fasting at least up to 17 hours. And after that, if you can maintain the fast, our bodies, they keep cleaning, and disposing and flushing out and straightening up, and it's like they go into this highly refined mode of lean and mean mode, where everything is reduced to the most vital activities, and like energy efficient. That's what I'm trying to say. Our bodies become super efficient in how they're being run, because they have to, the cells have to work with what they have, exactly what they have. And there's nothing coming in to replenish the supplies, so they have to become very resourceful and use what they have and function at a higher higher efficiency rate. So in that respect, I keep wanting people to understand that fasting is a good process to undertake if you would like to create changes in your life and get money flow happening. There's a good possibility you can start with your own self, your own body. Make some dramatic changes. And the cool thing is the fast I just came out of, I went in thinking, okay, this is a 5-day fast, and on the 4th day at the 88th hour, I suddenly felt like, I hit a mark that I had to check my glucose levels and ketone levels. I have the Keto Mojo device, which I also recommend if you're going to do fasting. Follow Dr. Mindy Pell's advice and get that Keto Mojo meter, because you can have direct, immediate knowledge of how your body is handling the fast and where the glucose levels. Are you still in a safety zone, or are you getting down too low? And my glucose level was at 67, which is not dangerous, but the device had like it showed an apple and then the core of the apple, which I took to mean that they were saying to eat something because my sugar levels were getting kind of low. So that's when I broke the fast. But I think I could have just had a small scoop of like almond butter or, and kept going. But I didn't. I got scared. I just broke the fast. Anyways. So the Keto Mojo, if you do fasting, get the Keto Mojo meter and keep track of your blood, your blood levels. And also electrolytes. That was the other product Dr. Pell's recommended. LMNT, if you watch her videos, you'll see that she promotes that company's electrolytes. Taking those and the Fastonic helps a lot to pull yourself through the long hours of the fast. Those are very much recommendations. And the other beautiful thing is, so when I first started fasting, my body was reacting and releasing so many toxins. I told you I was breaking out into hives and going crazy and taking the baths to wash off the toxins. But this past fast, that period of time when the releasing of the toxins was surfacing on my skin, and the other thing, it was right directly over my liver on my body. That was very interesting. It didn't last very long, so that means my liver is getting a lot cleaner. And before it was like my whole body, all like my arms, my legs, all over my head, everywhere was like going nuts. And now my skin is, I think I have cleared out a lot of harmful, what do you call them? So here comes the noisy neighbors. I'm gonna close off the video here, and we'll see you again in the next one. Oh boy, that sound goes on for hours, so let's not fight it. Alright, there we go. Let's see if there's any kind of developments over the next few days.